Hey folks, welcome back to MTG Sunday Jank-Off, except it's once again not Sunday. We're doing it Wednesday because there's a super bug or something on the coming Sunday. So today's
Superb
Wednesday.
owl.
Wait, so instead of the superb owl, we are doing magic today. With me, Ben O'Brake, and AlbinoCheesemonkey. We're bringing our jank decks to see who can out-jank the other. What is your colors and deck name today, AlbinoCheesemonkey?
Today, I'm running a little deck called the Rule of 2B. B stands for Boros.
To be or not to be?
You see, the Rule of 2 isn't just a deck. It's a way of life. And this just happens to be the Boros Rule of 2 way of life.
All right.
There will be others someday. You'll see.
I hope so. Today I am running OnlyLords. More will be explained as we go. My colors are Naya.
Subscribe to his OnlyLords.
Yes, please subscribe to my OnlyLords. All right. Looking at our starting hand here, folks, I think I'm ready to keep. As a reminder, we are doing first a best of one, blind. We don't know what each other's doing aside from what we just said. And then a best of three after a deck tech to truly determine who is the jankiest. If you want to see both of our starting hands, I'd say just pull up both streams. You can mute one of the streams and the audio should still come through fine.
All right, my hand also looks good. So let's get in there.
We keep
My favorite card in Magic.
Plains. All right, you're off sanctifying those hinterlands.
Now, in real life, I'm more of a forest and mountain kind of guy.
Yeah, plains have too many like tornadoes and stuff. At least here in America. We have some great plains though.
Players assemble. We have a lot of them.
Look at the top card of your library anytime. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top of your library. Well, I have to say, my 2 mana card advantage enchantment probably stronger than yours.
Yeah, but yours is like rule of 5 or something dumb like that.
Mana value 5 or greater. However, it only specifies that the spell has to be mana value 5 or greater. It doesn't specify that that's the casting cost you have to pay. I will demonstrate this on my turn by paying this impending cost of 3 mana for the spell, which is 5 mana.
I want you to describe to me what each of the overlords specializes in on their overlords page.
Well, the Overlord of the Hauntwoods, a creepy goth cosplay.
I mean,
and we'll get to the others as we see them.
Assuming there are others, I don't know. I know. I mean, it's called OnlyLords, so it's not called. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, here's another one. So, Overlord of the Boiler Bilges looks like kink and BDSM kind of vibes.
He's hot, yeah.
I wouldn't assume that's a he. I really don't know what it is.
I just thought because Lord, you know.
Oh, or else it'd be Overlady. Overliege.
That's right.
Okay, so you have another card advantage enchantment on the board. I don't like that, so I will respond with the perfect answer. Its tower is torched.
Oh, that's rough.
What do we do here? I think we just play it safe. We play our control game. This is probably going to overdose on value, having 2 beanstalks out. But yeah, the value. So once again, beans. Okay, we don't need a third one. Beanstalks, great. With Leyline Binding, you can reduce this 6 mana value spell down to 1 mana value. Not 1 mana value, 1 casting cost, which Beans still sees as 6 mana value and draws you a card for each one. Okay, Anim Pakal, Thousandth Moon. Attack, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then make a ton of gnomes, which is the number on, I think that's a her. No, I don't want you to make gnomes. We are anti-gnome here.
I'm just gonna keep casting stuff.
Me too. Let's have another. Oh, actually, how fast do we want to play this? How fast and loose? I know you've probably got a certain card in your deck, which is why I've only been trying to remove mana value 3 or higher cards, but we will risk removing your little mana value 2 individual. We'll just pass. Hauntwoods is here.
Interesting.
I've presented you with a target for removal. You're running removal, right?
Interesting.
Your prince, so charming.
He does not have an OnlyLords.
Yeah.
Let's see if maybe there's some removal coming. That's not removal. That's not removal.
That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see.
Let's have another look.
Okay. These princes are digging.
I dig it.
I will
That's
say,
not removal.
28 life is a lot of life. Hey, okay, you topped one. What does that mean? Right, my turn.
It might mean that my removal, I remembered, cost more than 4 mana. If I do eventually get it.
Removal that costs more than 4 mana.
Jump.
You must be running a sweeper. You're not going to take the risky block of putting all 3 in front of it and hoping to kill it?
Nah, we chump.
All right, we have a difecta here. As the canny viewer might guess. Okay, let's see.
Not a lot
of back, Prince and Doll.
Not a lot of value, but it's stuff.
Okay, your passive's been raised. I was right to suspect that card. I don't think I want to give you that ETB again. I think I want to keep you out of gas. Okay, Downley does get helped. Your creature's so unblockable. I could make a fish and chump block, but I'm not gonna. I don't think I need to.
My only hope is that 32 is a lot more than 12. That's what I got.
32 is almost 3 times as much as 12. We will, I think, just go ahead and attack because we can't really block anyway. At least not until I do this.
Jump.
Would you raise him again? The prince so charming? Indeed.
It doesn't grab Delany, unfortunately, which is why I have Helping Hand.
I think that when I did this last time, it was a good use. I'm just going to run it back.
You're going to keep going until you run out. You've got to run out eventually, right?
I do run a lot of lands in this deck. We could draw a card. I don't think we're going to need this treasure. Not with, what, 11 lands in play? At least I'm not only lands.
I think I'm on 22.
Okay, so
Felt
you
like
have
a
removal.
sweeper.
That's 5. You said sweeper?
I didn't say that. You said that. Obviously, I have a 5-mana single target removal because that's the meta.
I think we can stop the sanctifying.
Okay.
And it's time for our third Overlord to make an appearance.
Hey,
I think this one has a very like fashion-oriented OnlyLords.
that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, look at I mean, stylish. Look at the
that
draping.
drapery. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Ah,
Are you still like double my life total?
that little bunny.
All right, well, the Lords murdered the bunny. The bivouac? Why the bivouac?
Because I can.
Don't you want it as a blocker?
Yes, maps. Haha.
They will show you the way. I'm gonna get rid of the Evangelist before she can turn into another bat, though.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're just gonna attack. I think you're in the chumping mood, so it's more efficient to send this 4 damage at your critters.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit me because okay.
Oh, I got this. Boiler Builders goes face.
Nice.
GG. All right.
I have things in my sideboard for this.
Well, too bad you can't access your sideboard this time. We're playing best of 1 before our deck tech, and then after we're going to best of 3s. All right,
That's
folks.
right.
So far, I've mostly been going first on the deck tech every time I ask my monkey friend who's doing it first. So I'll just go ahead.
And you can... Oh, I was gonna say you're gonna have me do it. I was right. Okay.
No. I was just going to ask you, and then you'd say, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Shoot, I'm so selfish. I pulled up my own. I didn't pull up yours. Give me a second.
All right. Here's what we are running. Only Lords. I know in Magic parlance that can be a little confusing. Lords often refers to creatures that give +1/+1 to other creatures of their type. We're not running Lords, we're running Overlords only.
And there are only Lords in this, or your only creatures in this deck.
Yes, my only creatures are Overlords. We got 4 Hauntwoods, 4 Boiler Bilges, and 4 Mistmoors. Why are we running these weird folks? They have nice ETBs. Number 1, Hauntwoods gives me a land. Boiler Bilges removes an opponent creature or goes face for lethal like the last game. Mistmoors makes flying bugs, nice critters to whack the opponent with. These are all pretty good ETBs. They're stapled onto a fairly expensive body, 5, 6, or 7 mana respectively, but they have important text, impending X. I think they're all impending 4. Meaning you can cast them for their impending cost, which is, in our cases, 3 or 4 mana, and they enter as an enchantment, and they don't turn into a full creature for 4 turns, with an impending counter being removed at each end step. So this impending mechanic is very important to our deck because it allows us to get the ETB without putting the creature on the board, and it's at a cheaper casting cost. The cheaper casting cost is our synergy with Up the Beanstalk, possibly my favorite card in Standard. I've joked that if I was just going to do a straight Magic channel, it should be Beans or Break. Because beans, man. The beans. It's a 2-mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, or when it enters, draw a card. So beans, already never a bad play, unless you're just getting aggroed out, because when you cast it, you immediately draw a card. Even if your opponent removes it, you already got a 2-for-1 out of that. They spent 1 card dealing with your card, but you got an additional card draw just from it entering. And then you only get value from there. We are casting our Overlord of the Hauntwoods for 3, or the other 2 for 4, And Beanstalk still sees them as being 5 or greater. So it draws us a card each time. Similar trick with Leyline Binding. It has the domain text costing 1 less to cast for each basic land type among lands we control. We're getting our basic land types secondarily for our mana base with the Surveil lands like Lush Portico, Elegant Parlor, and Commercial District. These are important lands in basically every format right now since they were introduced. The additional Surveil text can be relevant, but the fact that they have basic land types on them and are dual lands, very important for older formats, especially when you can fetch them with fetch lands. In our deck, we just want them for their types and for their Surveil. The other great way to turn on Leyline Binding is with Overlord of the Hauntwoods. The land it makes is all basic land types, meaning once we play Overlord of the Hauntwoods, our Leyline Bindings cost only 1 mana. Beans still sees them as 6, of course, and still draws us a card when we cast it. So that's our kind of synergy package. The rest of the deck is to make sure we don't die to aggro, because this deck is slow. Impending is slow. We got Torch the Tower as our 1 mana removal of choice besides Leyline Binding, which is not going to cost 1 mana on turn 1. Torch the Tower does. It's importantly also exile removal. We saw that in our last game against Enduring Innocence. It's a creature that wants to come back when it's killed as an enchantment. Torch the Tower just exiles it instead of killing it. Great value. You can also bargain it by sacrificing a enchantment, artifact, or token, I believe. And we have token generators and enchantments. All our creatures are enchantments. We have the Beanstalk as an enchantment, and half of our Overlords also generate tokens. So occasionally we will be bargaining this. Lightning Helix is our other main removal spell of choice. Damage and life gain. We need the life gain to survive sometimes against early aggro. Sunfall cleans up against go wide decks if we can survive to that point. And finally, Get Lost is our flexible removal. You never really love running Get Lost because it does give the opponent material. But the flexibility is key, and we need that flexibility to be able to kill strong planeswalkers, to kill an enchantment here or there, and not just bind it under our Leyline Binding. Get Lost is the tool for that job. All right, that's our deck. We're running all 4 ofs except for Get Lost as a 2 of, and the lands. So any tech lands, just Demolition Field and Fountain Port. Fountain Port, great with tokens. Demolition Field, we are a little weak to creature lands because our only main deck creature land removal is Get Lost unless we're dealing it damage with Torch Tower or Lightning Helix. That's our deck. Let's see what our monkey friend is running.
Okay. One moment.
All deck lists are up on Moxfield. You can access them through the link in on my channel through my video description, and I think AlbinoCheesemonkey also has that.
Having a bit of an issue getting the stream to come back. Bear with me.
Okay.
Let me restart the capture. The stream isn't dead now, just the can't see the game.
Oh, okay. That's less big of a problem, thankfully.
Yeah. Let me I have an idea.
In the comments or in chat, we're always looking for feedback onto what decks of ours you've enjoyed so far, if you've inspired any plays, and what cards we should be building around next. We welcome some ideas. We have plenty, but some viewer feedback, extra special.
All right, all set. To the deck. So this is the rule of 2B. Basically, the rule of 2 states that there are always 2, a master and an apprentice. Sorry, wrong franchise. The rule of 2 states that all creatures in my deck must never exceed 2 power. That's the gist. So if you see a creature in here, it's going to have 2 or less power.
Now, why does this rule exist?
It's a great question. I like big butts, and I cannot. No, that was your last deck. Sorry.
That was my last deck. Fecund butts. Look it up, folks.
Well, it all starts with Delny, my wonderful, wonderful man, or non-gender binary friend.
Yeah, I think they're non-binary.
Yeah, they creatures that I control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by anything with power 3 or greater, which is really useful and is kind of a lot like the deck I ran the first episode, Under the Radar, but more fun, because also if the ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, it triggers again. And that's just like fun. That's a strong twice ability. As many times. It's like twice as many times as normal. So he's a legendary, but we run a 4 of because we want him. We want to see him. Them, sorry. And so we've got a whole bunch of nice ETBs that play off of Delny, and other ways to get at it. So things like Assemble the Players, which lets me cast things with power 2 or less off the top of my library. And then we have some things that synergize, like Arabella, which when she I find them to be a little bit slow. But you know, if it sets up and they don't kill it, it's fun. I had this hasty lady that lets me loot or pump one of these 1 powers up to a 2 power, but no more.
Spicy.
You gotta stop it too.
It is interesting that you have the difecta of the original Charming Prince and the later riff on it, Charming Scoundrel.
I love modality, and these ETBs are modal. What can I say?
Both from the Plane of Eldraine.
The Charming Prince is here to get a second. If you don't have Delny out, the Charming Prince gets a second ETB by exiling and bringing him back, or a 4th if Delny is there. So
sure does.
He's really, really nice. Card draw ETB. Very fun. If you want to just draw cards for no reason, you can just take out something else and put in that cat. but at some point, it's going to get excessive, like someone playing 3 Beanstalks or something.
You didn't run out of cards on our game, at least not.
No, I didn't.
Died. Not really.
Nope.
And that was with me taking care to remove some of your card draw sources, like Enduring Innocence and Assemble the Players.
Speaking of which, Enduring Innocence, also 2 power. Sanguine Evangelist, upsides and downsides. Sanguine Evangelist is a 2 power, and they make a 1/1 bat when they come in and die, or 2 bats if you have Delny. But the other thing is, and I always forget about this, I have to remember to only attack with the Evangelist if I'm trying to finish them off or something, because it will push all of the 2 powers up to 3.
It breaks the rule of 2.
Does.
But as if does Anim Pakal, potentially.
Potentially, but Anim Pakal I never attack with. They just sit there making gnomes, which is nice. And then the Jolly Balloon Man is another way to just get even more ETBs. So if you have 5 mana and you have Delny out, you can get your ETB from the Split Skin Doll. Not 5. If for some reason games are going longer. Basically, it's another way to get ETBs because, 4 princes wasn't enough. I have this prince as well.
Jolly Balloon Man copying an Overlord is pretty insane value. Not something I've done. I've never seen this guy in Standard, but wow. Getting its ETB and then attack trigger immediately, that would be sick.
Yeah. So it's a cool card. It's a very scary card. The one thing that I usually love using this for is people remove it instead of Delny because they're more scared of it than Delny for some reason.
I'm scared of it. It's a scary card.
It's a very scary card. Notably, it comes in with haste so that it can use its 1 mana tap, create token ability immediately.
That's scary.
Yeah. And We got Raise the Past. I bring it in when I'm playing best of 3. I'll bring it into the first game as a surprise win con, and then I'll usually side deck it out because people love Graveyard Hate. But when it hits, it hits. Worst thing that's ever happened to me though was before I could use Raise the Past, somebody used that like 9 mana black card that brings everything back, and I made them sit through the 200 triggers before they won as punishment.
Someone cast what was Rise of the Dark Realms against you?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
And as punishment, I made them sit through 200 triggers.
The rule of 200.
Yeah. This is some removal. This is fun removal. It's got double strike at 2 power and vigilance, which is nice. I run it as a 1-of. I usually, just because it's fun, but it is removal if you have Delning out because it'll suspect and immediately exile.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. If I don't have Delning out, I won't play it usually.
Yeah.
But if I do, it is a single target exile on a body. A nice body.
A double striking body. What a nice body. I think it's a spirit. I don't know if spirits have bodies. That's kind of the whole gist.
It's a exile on a ethereal form.
But what a form. What an ethereal form.
This is the fun card. This is my board wipe of choice. The rule of 2 states play Expel the Interlopers at 3 and choose 3.
Yeah, this is a very one-sided card in our particular matchup because it wipes my whole board and only yours.
It is the bane of big green decks because my critters never get above 2, and if they aren't running Graveyard Hate, I will just do 0 and then Raise the Past the next turn. So it's really, really nice, really flexible.
That's a neat combo.
And yeah, it's the board wipe choice. Lands, I've got fast lands, and I've got a creature land. The Ox puts counters on things, which isn't great, but usually I'll just put a counter on itself or on you. And it's there in a pinch. Or as a blocker.
Yeah, often you will see pain lands also in this kind of build, in Boros' Battlefield Forge, but I understand that those are rotating out of Standard soon, so if you're pinched on rares, they're not the first thing you'll be crafting. I think we're getting, with Aether Drift, actually I shouldn't say anymore just in case anyone is spoiler sensitive, but look at the land section in Aether Drift when it comes out.
Oh,
There's some good lands. There's some good lands. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, they had to put something to get people excited about it.
I'm excited about the lands.
All right. I'll send the challenge.
Perfect. All right. Often I'll be playing some like ambient music or whatever on the stream, but I think this week calls for death metal. That's the other kind of music I listen to. So we'll get some of that pumped up.
Yeah, I don't know how
like
this
it.
deck
Just
is...
listen to the Cheese Monkeys stream instead.
Oh yeah, I keep the game volume on lightly.
All right, we've been challenged.
I'm not sure how this deck is going to do until we get to sideboards, to be honest with you. Because it's not as fast as the Boros deck would be.
Opponent canceled the challenge is what I just got.
No, we're good. We're good. We're in. Wait, no, hold on. I canceled the challenge.
I definitely got kicked. Here, let me challenge you.
That's because I canceled the challenge.
That's what it sounded like.
You've been challenged. You know what's a challenge? Setting up a challenge.
Yeah, sometimes. Your deck can get under mine. I don't have any main deck sweepers below Sunfall.
Well, I think the problem was I didn't draw any of the 4 copies of the removal spell.
That too. My creatures can't block yours unless I'm making a Fountain Port token, or I guess Overlord of the Mistmoors token. This hand is acceptable.
This is what we call a beautiful curve.
Gotta love those beautiful curves.
Don't have to go to OnlyLords to see the curves in this hand.
I don't think Get Lost is really the matchup we want this for. Okay, Okay. Drawing cards, gaining life. We have played a tap land. But we have a perfect turn to play.
Nice. You ready to see some curves? Ooh, curvy. 1 mana, 2 mana, 3.
Okay, I'm really wishing we had another mana for this next turn, but we don't, chat. I think we are... Let's see, this makes... That's fine. This is fine. Alright. The whole splitting skin. I'm drawing cards. Now my question is, are you going to attack with that Evangelist? You don't have any synergies it'll turn off by attacking with, right? Doesn't that break the rule of 2?
Everybody who is a strong follower and supporter of the rule 2, avert your eyes.
No, you don't have to. I will save you from committing that sin.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for saving me from myself.
The temptation is removed.
We almost had some 3-power creatures. I can't believe what came over me.
Go to damage. Clench.
25 is more than 12. You know, there was a while I was running this without the Sanctifier, but it actually made me less aggressive. Because now I don't have to worry about blocking quite as much.
Is that good enough? Oh, dang it, I played the wrong tap land. Blast. What basic land types do I have? I guess we gotta keep it. Scoundrel, so charming. Alright, how much are we taking this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wicked.
We're taking at least 9? I don't like that. I think we have been gotten under. Okay. I pass. We need to hit off this Leyline Binding. I'm realizing because of the wrong land that I played, we might be hosed. That's not the card we want. That's not the card we want. Oh, that was not the right target to choose either. I'm dead anyway, but...
Yeah, but
this,
now you take one more.
Yeah, now I take the one from the Wicked.
The one thing I like about the Wicked token is people often forget about it.
Yeah. In that case, often I'll target a token with Leyline Binding when they have the chance, chat, because if they destroy the binding, the tokens are not coming back. But the Wicked roll made that definitely the wrong choice. We were dead regardless. Just a tip for the future. Oh man, I hate that sideboarding bug. We definitely want these.
So chat will see what I'm sideboarding in, and it's something that I think will do well against Ben's deck. The only thing I'm kind of sad about is I haven't gotten to see any of my cool one-of legendaries. Well, I guess you got to see a Neem hit the board and not do much else. I don't want to go down on.
I think this will do. We have one particular sideboard tech card I'm not sure if we should be bringing in versus our opponent. But I think our other answers will make it unnecessary. This is a great hand.
It's okay. I'll take it.
Do we want this land? I don't think we want this land. Very consistent turn 1 play there. The hinterlands are thoroughly sanctified.
I will tell you that there was a version of this deck that ran the Frantic Goat, and it was hilarious. You know that?
It doesn't suspect something? Or suspect itself?
Yeah.
I forget.
It suspects itself until something else comes in, then it passed the suspect on. But it's the only 1 mana haste with an ETB that I could find. It just wasn't good enough, but it was silly.
I like the silliness. It's a silly card,
Yeah.
but silly in a good way, unlike some of the silliness we've had recently. And maybe coming soon. All right, folks, I'm feeling better about this game. It helps that we're on the play, of course, but we had our dream curve of turn 2 Beanstalk, turn 3 Overlord. Opponent does have a pretty dreamy curve, too. 1-drop, 2-drop Delny.
Are you gonna make me? Are you gonna make Delny hurt? I would be sad.
I'm contemplating a very nasty card. I'm gonna do it. It's best just to be safe. That's not the nasty card. Oh, one thing that's nice about running creatures all 1 type, Cavernous Souls is really good.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We're just gonna get rid of it all. I wouldn't Sunfall there if it weren't for Delny, but
I have never mind. It's fine. I forgot that mana bases exist.
Our Bivouac, also restless.
Anim Pakao.
Are you going to attack into my incubator token?
Maybe.
If you promise not to, I won't remove a name.
Okay, I won't.
Okay, I just drew a card, though. I should have specified. It's assumed that it meant I wasn't going to remove any that attack step, right? I can remove a name now, right?
Yeah.
Are you running Torch the Tower? Probably not. But I'm going to be safe and not animate my Bivouac. I think we've got enough board presence. We got big creatures. What number are you going to choose? How about 7? 0. Oh, that's a big fat 0. It's okay. I still have it 3-3.
Yeah, I know.
We'll just impend our friend.
In 100 years, when I finally die, I only hope I go to hell.
Got some nice tokens. These tokens also compliant with the rule of 2.
It's true.
Sure, we'll take our turn.
I didn't get any of my card draws. Where are my card draw
We
cards?
drew a lot of lands for a mostly 2-cost deck. It's true. All right, chat. If you're playing this deck, do you name Avatar or Horror? I always name Horror because death metal vibes. But
so much open mana.
So Anim becomes a 3/4 with creating 3 gnomes.
Yeah, you should see it happen. It's pretty neat.
I'm kind of tempted to be honest.
It is Jank-Off.
I'm gonna let you do it. I want to show the audience the interaction. All right, so Aneem's triggering twice because of Delny. So it becomes a 2/3 and makes 1 gnome, and then becomes a 3/4 and makes 2 more gnomes. That's a total of 3 gnomes. So many gnomes.
Everybody wants to gnome.
And then we're gonna attack in.
I'll take it.
And then we're gonna make a nice big Sunfall token.
I see. Well, thank you for letting it happen.
You're welcome. I really, folks, if you're in that situation, just remove Aneem. If you have a cheap answer in hand, like we do, but I can show the answer now. I kept in the torch. We don't want to use 2-for-1 removal against you too much, but I kept in the torches because they are so good against the innocents. We're torching the innocent here. Oh, that's lethal.
Oh, so good. All right, you got me.
You got me pre-board. I got you post-board. What happens now?
I apologize to those my furnace did kick on, so you might hear a roaring in the background.
I think you sound good on my end. I hear some roaring in my background, but it's because I'm listening to music on stream.
I'm not actually sure there's anything I could do better there except draw better.
I drew very well. I had my dream curve.
Yeah.
Like, my ideal curve versus your deck is turn 4 Sunfall, and I think that's what I did.
Might regret that, but... Alright. Hey, game 3, that's good. That's a good thing. We like game 3.
Ooh, this is stanky.
Like, is that a good thing? Like, good kind of stanky?
No, it's bad kind of stanky.
Oh, I got another nice curve.
I have some really great cards. I just need to draw lands. I'm gonna keep for science. Actually, no. This is the third. This is game 3. This matters. I'm mulliganing.
For science, you gotta keep.
This hand has less potential, but is probably safer.
For science, Ben. Look at this vantage. So inspiring.
I am so inspired by that vantage.
Once again with the turn 1 routed.
Okay, our hand just got better.
Oh, that sucks against my deck. Well, not so much, actually. I don't have a whole lot of hasting going on.
It's mid. It should be mid against your deck, it looks like. This is primarily, folks, our sideboard card against red aggro. It makes all their hasty creatures not hasty, basically.
I do like
and it's also good against really token-heavy decks like Jeskai Convoke. It wants to kill you really early with a ton of angry tokens. Ooh. We should keep it because of its colors. Running a 3-color deck, folks, we do run into mana screw issues sometimes, especially when we have so many plays that have multiple color pips in them.
It's only got 1 open mana and it's not red. So let's see how much I can get out of this. Got 2 life, so that's a start.
Horror! Horror!
Oh, the horror!
And Authority of the Consuls pays off by making sure Delny's all tapped.
Hey! Split up!
Your up has been split.
You're not gonna like this.
That's fine. I'm gaining life. Thriving. Okay, that's a lot.
Should I gain 6 life or scry? Why not both? 3 life and scry. 3 life, scry 2. I might regret that. I shouldn't do that, right? Okay. I'll do it. I'm gonna regret it, but I'll do it.
Oh, this is a good draw. Unless we can just get a nice, clean Overlord down, player tap land. Now we have our red mana.
Okay. I like this. Okay.
Ooh, I think we kind of want to do that. So this is why we left in the binding. And this is, I think, worth splitting up because Delney's so dangerous in your deck.
Really is.
But I'm down
It's
to only
not
one
like
card.
it's not like every single card has an ETB.
Oh man, that's more potential card draw.
That one doesn't have an ETB. How much more removal could you possibly have in your hand?
I think
2.
the time for removal may be past. Time to play big bodies.
Ooh. Hard casting.
Let's see. We've only found one Delney so far, so we may have more.
It's the first time we've seen it.
Strong card. That's strong.
Dies to removal, though.
I think we need to get the game over with. I don't think you have removal for the bivouac.
No, but I do have a good chumper.
You know, now this card won't exile it, folks, but I think that's just what we should do anyway, because we have so much pressure on the board now.
Okay, good. I didn't draw a land.
Even though our opponent is at 25 life.
I love cards. Let's draw more. Oh, that only fires once. That's
Once
right.
per turn.
Yeah. She will sacrifice herself.
What does this mean? Throwing away Arabella. Oh, I guess your new one gets to draw. That's nice. Yeah, we gotta take care of Arabella. I know it makes your next raise the pass better, but alright, in we go again. But the bivouacs are restless.
And getting larger. Oof. That hurt.
No more lands, please. This is only lords, not only lands. Oh man,
I like drawing cards.
we haven't found our beans. How are we going to compete with this? This is why I took the aggro plan, folks. It's for the last part of this game.
Are you ready for some sick sideboard tech?
Oh no, the third path. But what do you target? My haunting woods? That's the last straw.
Nah, that'll be a chump gnome. Chump gnome.
We're still at 21, going down to 17.
I mean, that councils is really doing a lot for you. I do enter the board a lot. It's kind of the point.
Alright, we're still attacking. But not with my
no
bivouac. Because you've achieved critical mass. I think it's time for the sun to fall again. How does the sun fall twice in a row? I thought we only had one. But
Thankfully,
that's how it goes. You drew cards. Thankfully, you drew cards.
And they are useful cards. Oh, look at that. I cast that off the top of my deck.
Assemble of players paying off. Those players are assembling. Hey, we're players.
I'm going to draw more cards.
Nope.
I cannot believe you had to use a torture tower on the buddy.
Had to, no, but felt I should, yes. Alright, here comes this Chungus that I incubated from all your creatures.
You did slow down. You did slow me down. Oh, wait, is that lethal? No,
No.
it's not. Okay. Good. We're
Okay,
good.
we're getting close. We're getting close. Almost there.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna have to ask that you stop interloping.
Oh man, I love interloping.
Then I'm gonna cast this piece of sideboard tech.
That's a good card. However,
Notably, it's not a tap to sack. Stop getting life.
the
Stop that.
authority of the consoles, that's what you hate? Albino
What
Cheese
other
Monkey.
enchantment are there?
Did you forget? You needed to leave back a blocker.
Oh yeah, I did forget. Okay, that was a little bit dumb. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's on me.
That is on you. Close one. A close one. Well, that was closer than I thought.
That's good. This is good.
Folks,
Did you like my sideboard tech?
Felidar card's great. Or at least potentially great. I played against a cat deck the other day that had it. Just mainboard.
What's really fun is Loran destroying 2 enchantments or artifacts to spell these out.
Well, show me, I dare you.
All right, let's go again. That was fun.
Let's go again. Folks, I will admit...
My only question is, can I go ahead and put my...
You may
sideboard
mainboard
tech,
stuff.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you may
okay.
mainboard stuff. I'm going to leave mine unmodified. Folks, I brought... And I knew going into this, this is probably the strongest deck I've brought to the Jank-Off. I think it's still close enough to Jank. It's not a meta deck. Meta decks using Overlords tend to be 4-color, centered around Zur. They run the green and the white one. Oh, I should get the challenge sent to our friend. Green Overlord, white Overlord, and the blue Overlord. We're running the red one because it doesn't get enough love. Oh, that's best of 1. I need to send best of 3.
Okay. I'm pre-sideboarding, otherwise known as... What is that otherwise known as?
Pre-boarding? It's not really a thing.
Yeah. Changing your deck before the match.
That sounds like cheating.
I don't know. I've never been in a Magic tournament.
But you have been in a Keyforge tournament, I hear. How did
That's
you do last
true, I was.
weekend?
Top 8.
Top 8? Very nice.
Yes.
Where is this?
This was near Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It was the Northeastern Keyforge Open.
All right, folks. You've heard it here. Albino Cheese Monkey, top 8 Keyforge in the Northeast.
Even better than that, though. My wife was runner-up, so I don't
Runner-up
get
to
to
you
brag.
or runner-up to first place?
Runner-up to first place.
That's right.
So it was a sealed tournament. So anyone not familiar with Keyforge, they're unmodifiable decks. You just open it up, and specifically you open 3. You're given 15 minutes to evaluate the 3 decks you open to figure out which one is the most powerful, and then you pick that one and you run it through the tournament. And you can, air quotes, side deck by like swapping decks, but I didn't need to, so it was a lot of fun. So it was about a 30-person tournament, so good time.
Congratulations to you and your wife.
Thank you. All right, let me... Yeah, what did you got? All right, I'm gonna take the Moon Lady out because you've seen enough of her, I think.
What's wrong with the Moon Lady? It's a solid card.
I want to sideboard in other stuff, and I don't want to go down
that's
on
true.
lanes.
I wonder if Charming Prince is not the card to be running against me. You don't need the life gain.
I only use it to... It's really, really, really nice to trigger the ETBs again. It's kind of the point.
Yeah, but then you do need other creatures on board.
That's true. Sometimes I have trouble taking out cards that inspired the deck.
I know the feeling. I do that too.
It's like Delny inspired the deck. I would never take Delny out. But Charming Prince was like the other piece. It was like the most interesting and versatile ETB I could find at 2 power. And when I'm building decks, like those initial like 2 or 3 cards that form like the idea, I have a hard time taking them out if it turns out they weren't a great idea after all.
Yeah. In our last game, I cut 2 of my red overlords. Just because single target removal isn't that good against you, and it's a slow card. I need to stabilize earlier in the game.
Well, this one's competitive. I like it. I haven't worked on this one quite as much as Snake Food. The real desire for this one actually came from the starter deck that I used that Delny is in. So everybody gets 1 copy of Delny when they make a arena account in the Power to the People starter deck. Mm-hmm. The thing I didn't like about the starter deck, other than that it being a starter deck, was that it had a lot of synergies about pumping up your 2 powers, and I'm like, but that defeats the whole point of them being unblockable. So I was like, what if I didn't do that? And that was kind of the idea I had of Rule 2, but I didn't actually build it out for months later until I got much better at deck building.
It's kind of an upgraded starter.
Kind of, yeah. But I think the only cards in this deck that were actually in that starter, though, is Delny and Assemble the Players.
Assemble Players is the kind of card I like. Unfortunately, has made no moves in Standard. I'm glad to see it.
I should have considered, like, what is it that I actually wanted to discard before I played. Okay, who needs lands? Who needs them? 2's enough.
I need lands.
Rule of 2 means you only need 2 lands.
I don't need lands, actually. So my first hand was a 1-lander in my 26 land deck, and then this hand was 5 lands, but, we just got to keep at that point. Okay, what's our priority here? I think we go untap land, immediately bind for 4 mana, which doesn't feel good, but is just what we have to do with our hand. This was our other play.
You're seeing my Assemble the Players is more of a threat than it actually is.
Oh, it's not quite that. It's that's one of the things that allows you to keep parity with my card advantage, and now you're destroying it with your Loran, but that means
it is
on
a
my
little
turn,
cheeky, but you did say I could mainboard, so I put it in my enchantment.
I'm saying this is a good thing. I'd rather have you hit that with Loran than my next play, which is my Haunting Woods.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because now I have board presence.
That makes sense. Thankfully, I have this also.
Alas, you are pre-boarded.
Honestly, when I'm running the ladder, I do usually mainboard these because of how prevalent enchantments are, but I wasn't quite sure what I would be seeing in Jank. So, we have our own... It's kind of funny. We have our own little meta that exists only between you and me. And I kind of love that.
It seems kind of inconsistent so far.
Beanstalk and green.
I guess Beanstalk is overrepresented.
Green has also been, because I've played. How many greens have I done? I've done more than 1 green, right? I did Snake Food and I did Inherited Power, which is a deck I'd like to go back to soon. That one was nifty.
You're nifty.
I love. Oh! He's getting at me psychologically. He's getting in my brain.
Oh man! Wow. We're getting slain by that pre-boarding. I took up the last Lorien. I'm like, okay, it's legendary. He might have another one, but it's something that doesn't get raised from the past. So, if I had to choose one of your 2 power creatures to put in the graveyard, it's that one. So I'll make the choice again, and maybe you have a 3rd Lorien, but we'll see. If you bust out a 5th, I guess be 4th piece of enchantment removal, I will grit my teeth. I'm warning you.
For your reference, I have 4 pieces, 3 Lorans and 1 Felidar. But I don't have the other Loran right now.
Okay.
I do have this, however.
All right. That player has assembled.
He certainly has. It'll let me slip right under you.
That is a passive constant effect.
Oh,
which means
now you can block.
Once the game state updates, you block. All right, folks. I think now we just send in the goon.
You're gonna hit me in the face? What kind of deck are you playing over there?
Well, I hit you with the rabbit and then you in the face.
Right.
If you can't hit me in the face and I keep hitting you in the face, I will win. If you raise the pass, though, things get dicey.
Say what?
Yeah, that's dicey. I think I would be fine with it if it weren't for that cub also getting raised.
Yeah. Do I do it now or it's instant speed, right? That's what you always say. Monkey, that's instant speed.
Yep, that's instant speed. So if I tried to target it with targeted removal, you probably should have done it before I went to attackers, but
Oh, that's right. He does stuff when he attacks, doesn't he? We're learning. I'm the Keyforge champion, not the Jank champion, not the Magic the Gathering champion.
all right, I will let it go.
I'm not going to call myself Jank champion. I am Jank leader currently.
You are the jankiest of the
3 to
Sunday
1.
jankers.
Everybody remember.
I hate spending a Sunfall on 3 mana value worth of creatures, but my life title is too low.
I love you doing that, honestly.
My life title, too low. Too low.
What do I want to do here? Thinking. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I don't want that triggering twice.
Alright, now I gotta think about which one I want. Because I can see the top of my deck right now.
That's interesting, isn't it? It's a good include with some of the players. I like that synergy. Who are the players in that artwork? I see Aurelia, Judith,
I'm gonna do it.
Trostani, and that might be Kellen.
I'm glad I did, because I don't want that thing that's under the thing that I'm gonna draw.
So you're topping and bottoming. All right. Well, I have the perfect blocker against your deadly deck.
That's true. In fact, there's a piece of sideboard tech in here for when I come up against deck like those. I don't know if I'll put it in. Maybe I will for fun. I'll put it in for fun in the next game. I like when we play these janks, I like at least putting all of my sideboard cards in once, whether they're relevant or not.
I don't think I do that. Like, what am I going to do putting in Baloths? Your deck doesn't care about Baloths. Oh man, this recursive Felidar on this. It's ruining me.
It keeps coming back. If only you had a way to exile it.
If only I was playing creatures that weren't also enchantments. Bless, it's
I guess
OnlyLords.
it's hard to exile. Well, I found the secret to not getting your creatures exiled. Get creatures that blow themselves up.
Don't make me bring in my rest in pieces.
I'm actually going to take the life. I'm going to go ahead and do this now. While you're tapped.
Here's another reason why maybe you should have waited. I drew the better one.
Oh, that is a problem. Yeah.
It's a problem. Yeah,
you're right.
Of all Overlords, this is the one that wins the most games. I think the green one has the biggest role to play in our deck, being an early Beans trigger and also ramp, and also enabling Leyline Binding, but Miss Moores is our game ender. Oh, those players are assembling so hard. With 2 assemblable players, you get 2 off the top of your deck, right?
Yeah, you do. Or else I wouldn't really be running multiple copies. And you... Should I just make him exile the other one just to be funny? I think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I won't do it. I lied. I'll just gain life.
Ooh, that's a good draw.
Oh my, I didn't even realize you didn't have beans. I was wondering why you had no cards. Alright, this prince is a chump.
Charming prince, more like chumping prince.
It's true. It's true. You know who you love to see, though? I probably should have brought Lorraine, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, well. I just thought it would be funny, because you love this darn cub.
Man,
How many overlords is that?
this is the 4th time that dang cub has destroyed one of my enchantments.
1, 2, 3.
Plus 2 Lorans. That's 6. 6 enchantment destructions.
All right, 4.
Who would win? The scariest overlords on the plane of Duskmorn, or one naughty kitty?
4 overland lords down.
I think I really don't like blocking, but I think we have to.
How many more to go? Chat, what's 12 minus 4? Help a guy out.
8.
8, yeah. 8 more overlords to go. Oh.
The drain ability on there is just potentially too powerful.
Yeah.
All right, second beans. Let's get some value rolling, please. Please, deck. No, deck. No, please. I don't want another land. Okay. You don't have much haste, so I think I should just attack in and try to end the game. 3, 2, 1 flyers is definitely not nothing.
Oh, that's interesting. I have to select which symbol the players I'm using to cast this. Okay.
Okay, which one did you select? Okay, that one. Then I'm going to just destroy this other one before you can use it also.
Okay.
Because maybe you have a creature on top, or you'll...
I did, yeah.
You'll draw a discard.
However, I can do this now.
Yes, but at least that means you're spending it from your hand instead of from your deck. Ben says, you don't have many cards with haste. AlbinoCheesemonkey draws the haste card.
I didn't draw it. I cast it off the top of the deck, so you weren't wrong.
Pulls it. I think we still attack. Because that means then he has to gain life, or remove a creature, or it's lethal. So I'm empty-handed. You see everything that's on my board.
All right. I'm glad because you get to see the cool thing now. And if there's
no.
one thing we love, it's cool stuff.
You don't have a one-turn kill, do you? Oh. It attacks.
It fires twice. It's an instant exile. Da, 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 da. As long as I pick the same one. It's the one that it pulled out, right?
I think so.
Okay.
If you picked wrong, I'll just not attack with that one.
And then he's got double strike.
But not haste.
Not
right?
haste. No, that would be insane. Are you kidding me?
Card.
It's funny, I know what's on top of my deck, so I know what these maps are going to hit.
I'm addicted to value, so if I know what's on top of my deck and it's not a land, I will literally just save my maps. Because I always want to draw cards with my maps. My friend, I'm sorry, but I'm attacking. Because I saw what was on top of my deck.
No!
Lightning Helix for the win.
Anyway, you got to see Core. I would love to do that to one of your overlords, but he's not. You know how I can't help myself but put one-ofs of cards I think are cool but aren't actually like amazing. His problem is that he's 4-mana. It's his problem.
Even though he does follow the rule too.
Yeah. But double strike vigilance on a 2-power creature that if Delny's out can just insta exile. It's just it takes a lot of setup, too much setup, but it's so cool.
I don't like cutting cards, Mikey. I don't like cutting cards. Why does this game make me cut cards?
Would have won me that game. So I'm not crazy. I'm gonna put in. I think I'm gonna go down on these. The only card that I'm not gonna put in that you haven't seen is I do have Lightning Helixes in my sideboard, but you've seen everything else. Well, there's one thing you haven't seen. But you'll hopefully see it.
But yeah, Lightning Helix is not really worth running unless you're a dedicated burn deck or it can remove the majority of your opponent's creatures.
It's in the sideboard because I do often run into like decks that are trying to compete with me and going wide with ETB hinterland sanctifiers or heir apparents. Actually, it's anti-heir apparent tech.
Isn't it too slow for heir apparents? Like they make too many bodies.
Well, you just kill the first one you see.
I guess. I'm trying to think. Lightning Helix is a very good card. Not busted, but very good. It doesn't see much meta play. I think because of...
Or the mana restriction.
That's part of it.
Is this good? Let's put more of these. Okay, no, let's put more of these in.
I think it's because a lot of the good targets are being hated out of the format by nowhere to run. Which is just such an important piece of the Pixie deck.
I think I'm going to go down on Charm a little bit. So I can get some of these other...
Oh, Charming Prince.
Both of the charms.
What other charm do you have? Oh, Charming Scoundrel. Okay, right. Yeah. The duo. The dynamic duo. Oh, man. This...
Now this is a starting hand. I want everybody to stand up and clap for this starting hand. Everybody, please. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
I will have you know, I'm only keeping this hand because I'm ahead one game.
I have a question. Have I started a game without doing this yet?
I can't remember. I don't think so. I kept a one-lander, but it's a surveil land. Surely that means I'll find another land, right? Surely. I'm 2 more cards deep and still no land.
All right, let's
I have a 49% chance to draw land, says my assistant.
I like to do those calculations manually. Makes me feel like I'm smart.
We did it, folks. Okay. Land means Beanstalk, and Beanstalk hopefully means third land. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. You will see.
You'll never tell. You ready to see the fun piece of tech?
I like that card.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fun in this deck. I don't mainboard it because I want to put in as many ETB creatures as possible, but I put it in as an alternate win condition, especially against other Go Wide Small Critters decks.
Yeah. Well, it basically gives all your creatures an additional ETB.
I should mainboard it. Really, I should. Because, I mean, what, you'd be at 16 now if I didn't.
Clenching. We will just undo it.
That is true.
And
that
miss,
is like...
miss on our land drop. Clenching.
So much life.
So much life to live. All right, we kept the hand for the content. We drew third land, and it's a land that also casts Overlord, which gives us our 4th land. I think we're going places. We're not there yet, but we're going places. You just might still kill us this round.
Low ramp fires twice. Low ramp fires twice.
Oh, Jake, no, my beans! It's my favorite card. That was not the draw we needed. Okay. I really want to play this, but that makes our other plays for this turn less than appetizing.
I think I'm going to go down from 3 Lorans and do 2 Lorans and 2 Cubs. I honestly forgot she was legendary.
I think this is just what we have to do.
Ooh, you do have it!
I did bring it in. I got tired of those Cubs. Oh man, we should actually no, we shouldn't have made that play. It's okay. It's preemptive. Maybe you'll have cards in your graveyard soon. Prince Charming arrives.
I want to draw more cards. I want to destroy your enchantments and artifacts.
Wait, why are you destroying an enchantment artifact? Oh, right, because you blinked twice.
Yeah.
I don't think we can let that happen. Just a tip, you probably should have princed after combat, because
Yeah,
the creatures
that
you're
makes
blinking won't be able to attack.
I always got to remember that, yeah. Well, you get a card and I get a card before she dies.
That's fair, I need cards. Okay, she is exiled. Surely you can't do 4 more damage than is on board, right? Right?
No. But what I can do is set up my next draw that's coming.
So many triggers. Well, you're
I don't
almost
want
at double your starting life total. You will be at the end of the round.
I don't want those lands. How about these?
He's overdosing on value, chat. Someone save him.
Yes, I would like to draw both of these things. Which kind of wasted the double scry, but you never know. Okay, I should keep impact tremors in. I've been convinced. Thank you, Magic Historian. I will get all those triggers.
All right.
Do I
Let's
have...
see if... Can we breathe a sigh of relief? I don't think we can breathe a sigh of relief yet, folks. Impact tremors is a lot of damage. And he's going to get rid of our authority.
That.
Oh, he's not going to get rid of our authority.
Maybe I should have, but...
Maybe you should have. I think you just kill me with impact tremors if you get rid of the authority. Like in
that's a good point, yeah. Yeah. But maybe I like playing with my food. Also, welcome to the Jank-Off, Magic Historian. I hope you're enjoying.
This is one for the books.
It really is.
We just need a board presence.
I'm currently playing The Rule of Two, and Ben is on OnlyLords.
Not to be confused with +1/+1 lords. These are overlords. Jessica Williams,
Ben.
thank you for the follow.
Ben,
Happy
you haven't gotten to see these yet.
Oh, Jolly Balloon Man, no. What does this do? Oh, Jank. Okay, he's tapped. Okay. Whew.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I should have killed that.
Oh, okay.
That's on me.
Okay.
That's on me.
Calm, folks. He will not this turn create a token that's a copy of Delny. No, not Delny. Loran. Loran, the other...
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, if I create a copy of Loran, well, I just have to sacrifice the token. I still get
Fatal
the
Gaming, thank you for the
artifact.
follow. Hope you're enjoying our OnlyLords, our Jank-Off. 2 power creatures versus overlords. Who will win? It's pretty split so far.
No, thanks for letting me know. Which one? Jessica Williams, thank you for coming. I see you can block though. You're right. You would have been dead if I had destroyed the.
Good to hear, Fatal.
Well,
Attacking
I'm going
with
in.
2. That seems bold. I'm just gonna torch Loran because I'm scared of your blink shenanigans. I'm afraid.
All right, fine. Take your card.
And the other I will block. And I still have this impact tremors hanging over me, which is barely being balanced out by my authority of the consoles. Okay, Balloon Man. What's our plan against the Balloon Man?
Let me know if that's any better with the sound, Magic Historian.
I like lands. I'll get a land.
How many cards do you have left? How do we have almost the same number of cards in our decks? The beans, man. The beans. Oh, I
I
don't
got rid
like
of my
that.
beans so early. My beans. Okay.
All right. What I do like, however, is this.
Okay. That's triggered abilities, right? Balloon Man is an activated ability.
Yes. However, this is a sorcery.
Okay. The skins are splitting.
Ooh,
I wonder,
okay.
has our Impact Tremors and Authority of the Consoles duo dealt and healed less or more than 15 damage so far? Balls to the wall. Don't. Okay. We are attacking with these.
Mm-hmm.
We are Klasming. Basically just to get rid of Delny, even though I'm losing my own tokens. And we are playing another big booty.
Only on OnlyLords.
Alright. You still have a
Alright.
scary card. That Balloon Man is scary, but I just don't have easy removal for him. Oh, clench. That wipes my whole board. Darn you, you jolly balloon man.
Fear the man of balloons for being so weak.
Down to 3. Okay. I forced to Sunfall just 2 little creatures again.
Come on.
Fear my fountain port.
Okay. Okay.
Doom is impending.
Oh, Ben.
Do you have enchantment removal?
Wait, no, that's not going to do what I thought, because you're exiling everything. I'm an idiot.
I'm doing my best to. I don't want you to raise that past.
Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
I have just so much mana at this point. That's right. Nothing like drawing 1 card for 4 mana.
It's not even drawing, you discard. It's 4 mana cycling. I guess it puts a body on the battlefield. That's relevant.
What do I want to do here? None of this would have happened if I had blown up your Authority of the Councils. But you know what? It makes for great entertainment.
This is a very tense match.
This is game 3, right? No, this is game 2.
This is game 2.
Okay, okay.
I kept a single land, and I'm up to... what? 12 lands?
Let me see.
Yikes. Well, if I had a hand, I would remind the audience that you may view both players' hands by pulling up both streams and just muting one of us. I'm playing music, the monkey is not. Take your choice. But as it is, there's not really any hidden information. I hope to change that soon. I'm tapping this land so I can sacrifice my land to draw a card.
I don't know what's in your hand. I'm not a stream sniper.
I had nothing in my hand. It was very evident. Okay, we keep drawing lands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Good card.
8 out of 22.
Nope, no more lands.
It is 14 out of 33. Well, it appears we've reached critical mass. There are more impact trimpers.
This is bad. Bad news. Bad news for the home team.
And I think you should block this.
Yep.
No, wait, you shouldn't. You shouldn't block that. Don't block that.
I'm blocking.
Interesting choice.
Oh, dang it. I should have made a different move, but this is what we'll do. Alright, we are on very much a clock. Chat, we need to find our life gain.
Unfortunately, I have 12 lands left in the deck and 32 cards, so that's more than 40% chance to draw one, probably.
This isn't doing it for me. Okay, we have 2 power blockers. And these will keep getting stronger.
Oop.
Clench and hold. Oh man.
Hold.
Oh man.
Hold.
We're attacking.
Did I run out of... Man, 22 lands is too many. Just joking. I don't want to go down.
Tap
My
that
real
down.
problem is I could destroy.
We need white from there and colorless from there. I'm going to sacrifice one of my nice little flyers. We need to keep these cards flowing. Okay, good draw. I already had this. So I'm no longer quite on the edge of death.
We're even. We're evened out.
We're in a very interesting Mexican standoff yet again. Okay, good draws. Good draws. Man, if I claw my way back from this, I will be proud.
Not much I can do. I think
Have we stabilized? Okay, how much power do we have on the board?
you have lethal.
I have lethal.
If I don't block.
If you don't block. I will take that option off the table if I can.
Okay. I think you got it.
I think we got it.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
All right. All right, we clenched and we came through, folks. GG. Man, Impact Tremors was scary.
Yeah, I should probably mainboard that.
It's a fun card. I may have an Impact Tremors deck coming at some point. GG indeed, Fail Gaming. Thank you. All right. Well, we did our traditional 1 best of 1, followed by 2 best of 3s. We can declare our power winner. I think the Overlords pulled it out. There were some very close games there, but OnlyLords are enough Lords. However, we should also give our Jank award, which is just as important. In fact, probably more important because the game's literally called Jank-Off.
Yeah.
I think it's really bold to play only 2 power or less creatures. And I love all the janky synergies you built around it. I think you easily win. My deck is just not janky enough to compete with the jankiness of the
Yay! Nobody gets above 2 power in the rule of 2.
You briefly got Anim Pakal above 2 power.
That is true, and I almost attacked with Battle Cry, but you saved me from myself.
I did. All right, what's our time? 8:30ish in Eastern Standard.
Yeah.
We have time for a bonus game. Do we want to switch up one of the decks for a bonus round?
Let me see. Kind of want to play. I kind of want to go back to Niv Mizzle Zizzle Sizzle from the other week.
All right, and what would you like to play against? We have OnlyLords, Fecund
choice.
Butts, Doppeljank.
Surprise.
Okay.
Something fun.
Doppeljank was the original matchup, so we're not doing that. Green is my favorite color, so we could go back to the mono green deck.
And for reference, Niv Mizzle's Izzle Sizzle was the deck I played the week before last.
I love
And this
mono green.
time, my goal, Ben, is for Oger Pakpatik to do something.
Any input? Put any input in the chat, folks, because I'm queuing up for this game. We got a mono green deck. We've got a Simic Creatures deck. We've got mono red control. I think I'm going to take that one off the table. It'll lose hard to your deck.
Best of 3?
Yeah, I'm putting a best of 3 challenge.
Oh, I was already going to send it.
Oh,
Got
you
it?
can
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. That was Man, that's like when you're trying to cross on the same side of the sidewalk. It's like,
Let's play. All right. We're still playing beans, folks. Favorite card in Standard. Probably. I think it's got to be. I can't think of a card I like more than Up the Beanstalk in Standard. What are yours? What are y'all's favorite? Oh, okay. We can't keep a one-lander, though.
I can't keep a no-lander.
This is better. This is better.
That's better. We'll take that.
All right, folks. For those who haven't seen previous episode 2 of our mighty Jank-Off, our deck is mono green. We want to cast big idiots and draw cards doing it. We have
I want
half
to shoot
of
their
the deck
face.
plan here. Oh yes, your deck is hilarious. Nothing like some little coin flicking at my face. Oh, we got a good draw.
Is,
I love this deck.
I did not shoot your face. Mission not accomplished.
You did
Oh, this is
shoot
a
my face,
bad
fun.
start.
Let's see if this works.
Not this game. Monkey, 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 monkey.
Oh,
I should just.
immediate monkey sugar, immediate Galta. Gonna attacks too.
I'm in danger.
Big green.
Okay.
Jessica, thank you for stating that. Unfortunately, I'm not looking for a partner to work with that at this moment, but thank you for offering. Hope you're enjoying the gameplay. But I think we have lethal. How did that happen?
I mean, did you see your board?
Well, it really came together, didn't it? All right,
Yeah.
what do we even want versus your deck? If this is a very quick bonus game, we could do a bonus game, but we'll see.
No, I'll just put in the board wipes this time.
Board wipes. I thought board wiping was my job. I think we want to keep in our value pieces.
What do I take out? Do I take out Odra Pack? I can't take out Odra Pack. That's not how this works. It's not how any of this works.
I don't think we need Graveyard Hate versus you.
I'm gonna place that.
I haven't brought in this card yet versus a game in many games, so I want to try this card.
Bring in. Clearly, the answer is more shooty.
Bang bang. Is it go bang? All right. Hopefully we start with more than one land in our opening hand. It is interesting playing a mono green deck with not a lot of card filtering. It feels like it's either feast or famine. Either just flooding out or drawing drive. That's the price you pay. No, you can't. You have like 6 and 7 mana spells. Actually, do you have 7 mana spells? I know we have 6s, right? Okay, this is worse. This is not going to do. We're going to 5, folks.
Oh, good. That's good news for me.
This is a good 5. Honestly, I think we just keep this as silly as it looks. I think our opponent will give us the time for this to pay off. I just love this card.
Why have time when can do crime?
Ah, that's a crime. I am brewing up a potentially crime-focused deck coming up soon.
That should be fun.
All right, it's coming
Crime.
together, folks. It's coming together. Ah, even his lands are crimes. Too bad I'm not playing Doppelgang this deck. Oh my goodness. Cease with the thunder.
Shoot the face.
I love the little sad horn that Gwenna does when she comes into play.
Oh, I'm really sad that I can't. I should probably not shoot your face at this point.
No, don't shoot like Gwenna. Gwenna is Bay. Ah, but the sequence was so slick. Alright, let's see if we can overdose on value. Not yet. Not yet.
Back to the crime.
Ah! It burns.
And the reward and crime pays with cards.
Oh, the crime pay. Okay. Feast or famine, we started with, just flooding.
Was he in your deck before the first time you played it?
Sideboard. Would have been nice if it was out when Gwenna was, but,
Okay, I'm going to keep shooting your face and profiting.
Oh, man. With that card draw, you might be able to pull it out pretty quickly. That's not what we want to see. Well, I'm attacking. I'm playing my dopey elf.
Strangely enough, that's not a crime.
You should pop that blast zone and get rid of my elf, is what I think.
I think I'm going to do it this way. You do get something, though.
Spinner trigger. And most of my creatures will trigger my beanstalk. That doesn't, but could draw a card
Most.
Someday.
Most. Not that one, but most.
Do I even bother playing it? You're just going to remove it.
I don't have any cards in my hand. What are you talking about?
I'm going to plot it. We're not going to win the race. Our win con is draw a monkey. And by monkey, I mean silverback elder, which is technically an ape, not a monkey. I'm sorry if I offended any of you apes or monkeys out there, but
I need an instant or sorcery.
I shouldn't generalize you all together. We're all different primates.
But until I do,
well, Jank, now we really need that ape.
I need an instant or sorcery.
All I drew are these dopey elves. I think you're going to take this game pretty easily. Pretty handily.
But it's the man himself.
Oh, the sizzle.
Well, he's lacking in sizzle somehow. Okay.
Playing another sad winner. Man, we're just any burn spell and we're dead.
I would love to draw one.
Aren't you running a burn deck? Surely you have burn spells. Aren't I
There are
running a big
many.
creature deck? Surely I have big creatures.
Also, I'm pretty sure I've drawn every land in the deck at this point.
I don't think that's true. You're not running an 8-land deck. You don't have any complaint equity. I've drawn more lands than you.
That's fair. I'm just gonna hit you.
That's the move.
He's gonna do his own dirty work.
Monkey, please. Monkey, please. Okay, so we can clench, folks. Clench. Let's clench together. We don't have anything that triggers beans. But Spinner does trigger my Trailblazer. It draws a card. It's a land. It's a land.
That's not what you needed.
Nope. We're not dead on board because Spinner has reach. There is a move our opponent could possibly make. I think he found the line.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy.
Do it. Blast my zone. Remove my chump blocker. Oh,
Well,
we get to see our creatures. Let's see if they're see if they're big. It's a dopey elf and another Trailblazer. Well, we were not going to win this one, folks.
What I'm upset about is that I have to win by hitting you in the face with Niv-Mizzet.
But the deck's named after him.
It's true, but he much prefers to shoot you. All right, let's try that again.
All right, does Spinner of Souls even stay in? Possibly not.
I mean, it might have been nice.
I think we more want this guy. And one of these.
How many lands do I have in here? 19. And yet I still flooded.
Maybe also one of these.
I like Nizzle, Zizzle, Sizzle. It's a silly deck.
This is a good hand.
You
We
take
want
it.
these early plays, folks. Our deck does not have a lot of early plays. It has a lot of payoffs for those insane combo turns.
Unfortunately, that elf gets to live for one turn.
Well, I'll use it while I have it.
It's overkill, but
Lightning has
That's what I
struck. I think we have the tools to just play a little bit slow and not run out our Trailblazer. I think once we get this out, the opponent will not be able to answer it.
prime.
The artists so talented. But we're going to Trailblaze, make us a mana, and I have a lot of 5-drops in my deck. One of them is my favorite.
Oh boy.
Draw a card from Beanstalk, draw a card from Trailblazer, and we are in business.
Where would you cast a creature spell? Okay.
Don't worry. Only the majority, only nearly all of my non-land cards are creatures. Don't worry. The monkey won't do anything.
Well, let's do our mana rock. What do I ditch?
Your best card.
Okay. I'll ditch the board wipe.
That is a pretty
That's
good card. Why did you ditch that?
Because it's not big enough to kill monkey.
Oh, I guess if you had an answer for Trailblazer in hand, that's fair. Do you have any 7-mana cards? Can you answer Monkey?
No,
Can he?
6 is the most.
Is Monkey unanswerable except by multiple burn spells?
Yes.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a big behind.
How do we do this? We want to remove card filtering. And did you miss a land?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I should have removed your Bandit's Hall. But I think either were good options. I think we played that wrong, folks. I should have gotten this down. For maximum combo potential.
Teehee.
Ah, the shove, so playful. The sequence, so slick.
None of those.
Those weren't lands.
Oh. I remember. I was going to go back and put more lands in here.
I think we're just going to do a scrap shooter for no value.
Oh, Scrap Shooter. I like him.
I brought him in because I didn't want to be bodied by Dragon
he's-
Collar.
Crime.
And it doesn't die to your lightning strikes.
Yo, your stuff is
Triggers.
big.
Yeah. Don't pick on my Gwenna. She's a legend. You did find land. But it may be too late.
It might be too late.
I think it's too late.
It is
I
too
have,
late.
I have lethal on board.
I'm going to shoot your face in defiance.
Ah. What a shock. I will showboat just a little bit.
Okay.
Since we haven't seen this deck
I'll
in a
allow
couple
it.
episodes. I should be gaining life. See if I can get back to above starting life total. Because I'm going to be losing life with this Defiler. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Cast you. For those wondering what all these triggers are doing, head to my YouTube if you're not already watching from there. Take a look at episode 2 of the Jank-Off. Rube Greenberg versus Niv Mizzles Izzle Sizzle.
Was that what we did?
Yep. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was Rube Greenberg versus Inherited Power? Inherited Power.
That sounds right. That sounds more right.
GG.
All right.
All right, two not close games and then a closer game, but we got what we needed.
A good jank.
That's some good jank.
All right. Well, that leaves us at. Was this episode 5?
Episode 5. Hope y'all enjoyed.
Are you 5-0 on the matches then?
I still somehow am, despite my nervousness, especially last episode.
Yeah, snake food was cool. But I am 4-1 in the jank.
What did I win? Oh, Doppeljank. Doppeljank was my only jank win.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've got a decent shot for next week on that jank award again.
We'll see. I have many half-baked janks.
We'll bake one of them up because we'll be back in a week, folks. We are unfortunately going to have to do our Sunday jank off on Wednesday one more week. So that will be Wednesday. Is that the 12th? Whatever the next Wednesday is, February 12th at 7 p.m. once again. And we'll be back to Sundays after that.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun, jank. I know what I'm going to look up next week. Okay.
All right, deck lists are in my video description. I think the Cheese Monkey is doing the same. And we will see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed. Leave comments for any other pet cards that we should think about building around. We've always got plenty of ideas, but it's always fun to integrate that viewership input into our deck building process, if there's anything we particularly want to see. Otherwise, like, subscribe, follow, depending on what platform you're on. Anything you do for free that just helps creators like us is motivation to keep on janking.
There's always room for more jank.
All right. Y'all take
night, Ben.
care tonight, and have a good night.
Bye, everyone.